beauty of it being so busy this morning was I got to do some car shopping.
Nice.
And actually, it's in the, the temperatures are rising here in Dubai when I'm driving in my roofless Jeep without a jacket on today. So, it was perfect temperature, and this is with speed. So, I'm doing 100 kilometers an hour, and I don't feel like I need a jacket. So,
yeah, the wind over the last few days has cooled it down a little, hasn't it?
It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's not going to last. That's the unfortunate side of things. The cars I saw this morning, one that really caught my attention, and it's just I think it's the understated vehicle in Toyota's saloon lineup is the Avalon. And I saw a new Avalon this morning, and put the pedal to the metal to keep up so I could keep looking at it. And it was just sweet looking. It really, it nothing special yet. And it was kind of that off-white, eggshelly kind of thing. Not yellow, but just beautiful. Beautiful lines.
I've always wondered about the Avalon, about how Lexus feel about it.
Yeah.
Because it's as Lexus as it can be, really.
Well, that's the thing, because I was looking, I was going, is that a Lexus? Yeah. And I think for me, what really made me look at it and keep up with it was going, I don't want to own a Lexus. As much as I like it, it just has a negative thing in my head in that I see so many of them used as Uber vehicles, and it's just And the Avalon doesn't, it has the Lexus look, but not quite. It's still, I had to take a second look because I'm thinking, that's cool, is that a new Camry? And then I realized, no, that's bigger than a Camry. No, that's the Avalon. And I just think it's one of those perfect vehicles. And when you start looking at it's Toyota.
Yeah.
It's got a good pedigree.
Yeah, it's going to be reliable.
Yeah.
It's going to be well appointed. And one of the problems with for me, one of the problems with the Japanese stuff, they're never really cutting edge. There's never any.
Yeah.
But the benefit of that is that by the time they've implemented some tech or a new system or whatever it may be, it's figured out and it's as good as it can be. But you never get one that's sort of cutting edge, which kind of allowed me.
which hold on a second, this is a piece that they've written in there. Oh, no. I'm just trying to enlarge you. What do they say? Their tagline here is exhilarating design meets cutting edge technology.
Extreme.
For a new chapter in premium, the Avalon embodies dynamic luxury at its finest.
And it is weird for me how Lexus have sort of. It just looks like the Lexus, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's so close.
It's the same. I know they're the same car, but you don't really get that with, you don't. That's very, very close.
Yeah, no, it's so close, but it's just far enough away that it's not. And I'm looking at the interior of some of the way the futuristic design on the inside, and it just reminds me of it reminds me of a 4x4, just the leather appointment, the way it looks. I could easily see how you could get into your Land Cruiser and then get into your Avalon, and away you go.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking they've really stretched the meaning of cutting edge here. The 3.5 litre V6 engine, well, that's hardly cutting edge, is it?
164,000 for the top of the line, the Avalon Limited with 3.5, and then you've got the SE version is 149. But again, it's a big engine. That's right up there with that's knocking on the Maxima's door.
Yeah.
That's who they compete with anyway. But it's a fast car.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the. It's great for this region. Big car. It's something that's too big to be found on European shores, I think. But for here in North American markets, I think it's probably perfect.
Yeah, they say it's full size. I don't know.
Yeah, it's big.
I'm still back in the old days where the Caprice Classic was a full size car, and I'm looking at the Avalon, and every time I go to rent a car and I get something, they say this is full size. I go, no, a Lincoln's full size. Oh, this is not a Lincoln Town car.
Yeah, what's wrong with this key? What is that?
You looking at the key fob?
Oh no! Look at the rear AC vents.
Hold on.
It's got down at the bottom. There's a whole grid of pictures. This is fantastic audio content.
Yeah, here we. Oh,
no. Toyota.ae, but I'm imagining Toyota.com. But look at those rear AC vents straight out of the taxi grade Camry.
It is. And the key fob. So the two things, and the sunglass holder. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
so when I said it reminds me of a Camry, in one sense it does, and it's got all these. It's got this refined leather. It's got great, the buttons, and it's got great boot space. And then what do? They literally have on your armrest. So imagine you're sitting in the back on the armrest. There's the AC vents coming out at you, exactly like out of a Camry.
All the contact points look a little bit, no, that'll do.
Yeah.
But, it is a striking car. It looks...
That would turn me off right away if I got in. And I'm looking at all the buttons, I'm looking at all the tech, it looks great. I'm looking at the seats, and then I'd see that, and it would make me go, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like I'd expect that in a Wrangler.
Yeah, it looks better on the outside than it does on the inside from what I can see there.
Yeah.
But they're making a big deal about it having adaptive cruise and lane change assist, so I don't know how that's cutting edge. But they won't go wrong on all the German stuff that it came out 10 years, 15, 20 years ago on that had the teething trouble with them.
You know what else they're really pushing? Heads-up display.
Yeah, right. You can get that on a go-kart now.
Oh man.
But
yeah, I mean, it's got the look. I guess it's like anything, right? If you own a Camry and you're thinking, I'm in my mid-40s, late 40s, time to move up to the next thing in the line.
65 though, you're going to get yourself a pretty decent second-hand Land Cruiser for that.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Mm. But do you need a Land Cruiser? That's the thing. I mean, you want one, but...
Everybody needs one, don't they? Everybody needs one. You've got to get the kids to school somehow. So I'm doing the nursery drop-off yesterday. And there's...
in the Pajero?
Yes. Yeah. And there's a very lucky, and I'm sure appreciative, young child that gets dropped off by a parent, but in a driven vehicle, chauffeured there. And it's either a Navigator or a Cullinan. Yesterday turned out to be the Cullinan, and there wasn't quite enough space to park the vehicle in the proper way, shall we say, against the curb right outside the gate.
Yeah.
But so they just nosed it in up over the curb and just touched up against the gate, so nobody could get past and had to walk out into the road to get around and get in.
Nice.
So
Well, the verdict on the Avalon, just from taking a look, and is nice from the outside. Inside is okay, but they've still gone retro on a few things, like the AC. Yeah, let's call it a retro effect.
Yeah, okay. We could also say lazy and cheap.
I'm going with retro.
Yeah.
Because it's by design. They want you to get in and reminisce about when you used to take that taxi in Dubai.
I know what happened there. The Lexus guys were like, right, well, let them have the grille and the headlights, but they're not having the interior.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They put up a fuss. Yeah. They threw their toys out of the crib and said, no, you can't do it. So they said, okay, well, we're going to have all this other stuff.